So let's start this harvest video where it finished, with everything parked up in the shed. Now, there are two things that Brantford in Canada are famous for. The first one is Wayne Gretzky.
Here's the great Gretzky. Scores!
It was horrible. Big yellow piss stain on the ice. It stayed there for about close to 2 years. Nobody wanted to skate over the piss stain.
And the second is the Massey combines, such as the 860 and the 865. Now, the Massey Ferguson 760 and 765, then the 860 and 865 is a very significant combine as far as combine harvester development goes. It was the first one that met the requirements of both farmers in North America and in Europe. In North America, they've got a larger weather window, but much bigger acreages to get in. However, tonnages, you're talking about a ton and a quarter per acre on average, whereas over in Europe, you've got a much smaller weather window before things turn wet and cold. Smaller acreages to get over, but those acreages are averaging 3 to 4 tons an acre. So the 760 series, then the 860s onwards, they would say they were the first ones to be able to meet both those needs. And from then on, other manufacturers had to catch up, which they did, and they spurred on, and it's led to the combines that we see today. Now, the 860 was developed in the 865 when they put on some what they called a cascade separator, and also sped up some parts of the internal workings of the combine. But this one, like many 865s, has actually been put back to 860 spec, meaning they've done away with the separation side, the extra, it's like, almost like another separation stage, and they've slowed everything down internally again, because that was leading to much higher wear and breakages. And to be fair, the 860 had it just right. So if it ain't broke, don't bother fixing it. Right, all the basics then. So obviously steering wheel, these are like range levers. So you've got a high and a low, and you've got a 1 neutral, 2 on these, but you tend to leave them where they are in the field, because then everything is done off this lever here. So in field, this is what you control your speed with. So you got your like forward speed there, back to neutral, then reverse there. So that's what you use most of the while. And then you got your header, your table, up and down is on this button here, up, down. Now on this one, you've got control of your header reel. So it's up and down on it like that, to raise it and lower it in the crop. The actual speed that it goes round is controlled on this switch here. And then this button here actually moves it in and out, further away from the table or back, towards the back of the header. Stop is here, start is down there. Here's your throttle for your engine. That's where you put it when you're running when you got it working. Then you got your lights. You've got a clutch for your header on there. Say lights, indicators and stuff like that. Well, that's a bit of a nod towards Dale Stark, who ran lots of these sort of things in the States, custom harvesting outfit. So that's quite nice. Here's all your monitors, all your little lights flash on here as if your speeds are dropping or getting things are too much or whatever, and you can alter the sensitivity there. All your engine gauges there, so you've got your ammeter, hour meter, you've got your temperatures and everything like that. Engine RPM, drum RPM, and your forward speed is on this one. It's on there, you just flick between which ones you want. Here's all your aircon and heater controls. You've got your sensitivity for all your monitor systems up here. Wipers when you need them. And this is the audible alarm and a little flashing light for when your grain tank starts filling up. So there we are, that's the engine, the old 540 Perkins V8. There's the old exhaust there. And engine is right beside your cab. All the noise. So at last we've started on the wheat. This little block of wheat is down in the far corner, where we had a big block of barley. We got that done 2 or 3 weeks ago. moisture got down enough this afternoon. We said, let's just hit it, let's have a go at it. So here we are. And this year, as you can see, as I said, I'm in the 865. There we are. So, the 865, like I said, I'll have shown you all the controls, you know, what's what. They're not maybe the quietest of combines. I mean, what's this, 1982? Back then, good. Back then, a lot of combines still didn't have cabs. But the thing is, as I said, with the 865, for its day, it was just a massive leap forward. You know, it was the ability for a combine manufacturer to address the needs of you know, the American side of the Atlantic as well as the European side. That power flow header, having that belt feed, keeps everything nice and even across the whole header. This is when we were on the barley, like so many others this year, a lot of it had gone flat because of the weather we'd had. And normally that's a real pain, but with the power flow, with the lifters we had on, it wasn't an issue. I've never used such an easy system on flat laid barley. Might as well have been standing wheat. This is a fair crop and nice and even. Yum it.
Can we give this a ring for another hour? There'll be nothing left in here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll just keep at it, keep nibbling away, and that'll be a chunk out one up.
Well, we're way over halfway through this one.
And like we just said, we'll keep nibbling away at this evening, and yeah, there should be this block done. That's this whole area there, the wheat and the barley off this one, all finished. Then we can move across the road. There's another block of wheat there we can have a go at, probably tomorrow. As I said, nice crop, it's feeding in well. And, you know, the whole thing is that these older machines, obviously if you had a 40-foot Lexion, it'd be very nice, a lot quieter, do most of it itself. But, you know, we've got enough acres to go at to make it viable to run two combines, and that's what we're doing. Now, we had the Deutz and the Massey last year, the Massey 30, and we said, you know, that we want to try and preserve the Deutz a bit because of the, you know, it's a nice combine and for the sentimental reasons, and, you know, we need to maybe get something else. Well, we both love these 865s. We you know, we've been around them growing up, seeing them about. They're one of the combines that I think if most people, as you know, growing up as kids, saw an 865 or an 860 and that, they never forgot it. Mainly because of that old V8. That's the alarm saying that we're full. We've got the old spout out. We'll stick some in there. is a British-built Perkins V8, but Peterborough doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? If you're wondering why I've got this like piece of cotton material on here, it's because the fabric on the seat and this armrest, it's like it's knitted from barbed wire and camel's pubic hair. Fucking horrible. So that just saves my arm being red raw after the first hour. Quite nice this is. The old V8 barking out.
How dare you!
I'm just finishing off a cut that the smaller combine has done, so it's easy for me to clean it up, obviously slightly wider. It gives a good opportunity to see part of the belt cutting, the header cutting with the belts working, and part with nothing on, so you can see what's actually going on below. So there, obviously, is it all coming in and into the intake. Over there, that's what's happening underneath this, where you can't see. So there's the belt slot. There's the fingers, the cutters onto the belt feeds it up, and then into the back. Well, I'm on the old Massey 6480 today on the corn cart, because we're at the other end of the farm, and we've got the Massey 30 combine going at this end, and Henry, that's normally on this tractor, he's broke his ankle and he's in a bit of pain today. I think he did it in some kind of weird masturbation stunt. I didn't. He broke his ankle at a motocross event a couple of weekends ago. So yeah, that's given him a bit of jib. He's been able to drive some of the time, but just playing him up today. So yeah, so I'm off the combine and on the corn cart, and this is the last field here. So get this one wrapped up, and that's harvest 2021 done. Thank fuck. That's been a pig of a year, really. What with the bloody barley was laid flat, you know, because the weather and whatever. But that, you know, that went all right. Ran well, actually. Good tonnages off that. The wheat has just taken so long to get fit, because although the weather's been dry and the grain's been, you know, the moisture has been good enough to cut, fucking straw, it's just never got fit. It's only in the last couple of 3 days that we had some real good sunshine, and it's actually now the straw's fit, because before
If I can't get there, fucking marvellous.
somebody, I think he's about that much short of grabbing it all in one go. It happens, especially if you haven't got guidance. Anyway, yeah, and the straw's just been a fucking pain, you know. But anyway, we're here and we want to get it done, and then everything can get cleaned down and put away. But it has been a difficult year, and some poor buggers I know have still got 1,000 odd acres ahead of them. And there she is from the outside, sports fans. A Richard Weston trailer. It's a nice trailer, rides well, but yeah, she's all right. Comfortable tractor, and for the size, she pulls really well. Somewhere to keep your lunch. There's the axle suspension there. Cab suspension there. There we go. This is something me and old Tunmore are always on about. There needs to be a bloody like idiot's guide for trailer drivers, especially the ones just starting out. You see them filling the back and then you see them filling the front.
What the hell is the world coming to?
We always get a bit of weight on your front first, and that puts the front of the trailer down a little bit for you so you can see the rest of it, but B, it gets some weight on the drawbar. You know, you get a wet year and you come across a wet bit of ground, at least you've got a bit of traction still, you know, and weight on your back wheels. Load on there now, so, well, as much as we need, we wouldn't get another tank load on there, so it's pointless just stacking up for the sake of it. Because as we come out one of those gateways up there, it's fairly sharp on the angle and we just end up sticking all in the edge. Yeah, that's, I can see it heaped up in there now. I'll be spilling out the side for long. Hope we got a good load on now.
Get to the end.
Yeah, he should make it. Gonna be a close one. Well, like I said, I know this harvest has been just a ball ache, really from start to finish. But when you sit here of an evening and the sun's going down and the combine's still going, it takes some beating. But there we are. I mean, this is the realities of farming at you know, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube you see like, oh guys, this is wonderful, everything's great, and we've got all this new shiny machinery and everything's really brilliant, and it doesn't matter how new it is or how old it is, if there's going to be a problem, there'll be a problem. And it's really how you get round it. That's the thing. That is stunning. Absolutely stunning. And I've seen that thing set all over the world, but nothing beats seeing the sunset back here at home, you know, in England. So as the sun sets on harvest 2021, well, for us anyway, I hope the rest of you that are still carrying on stay safe. I really do. Just, you know, time's pushing on now and you want to get finished, but don't take any shortcuts. That way we'll see you on the next one. Do well.